tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Is $3,000 gold it for a bit? We hit it last week, closed a little bit below it, bit of a quick spike. We'll take a look at the price of gold. Ask the question, is it done just for a little bit? Are we kind of a little bit peaky here, a little bit of a short-term retrace? I don't know, neither do you completely, but we'll take a look at some potential indicators that say that it might be. We'll take a look at silver, of course, Bitcoin, crypto, ACH, TOSHI, the graph, XRP, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And of course, all the other fun stuff we do here. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But man, if you're watching live, you really are one of the very lucky people that get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers. Oh, can you tell the voice is a little bit croaky today? With me, Joe Main, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia, all on X and on YouTube. But of course, we do the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together within the first little bit of the show. Then we do some shout outs, and then we get to the topic of the day. Are you ready? I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're drinking, as long as you slurp it. Do it audibly. Do it now. Do it for the team. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, it is the first day of the week here in Melbourne, Australia. Yes, we are in the future for if you're watching in the States, or it's still like Sunday evening for you people. We're like Monday morning already at it, people. I am Joe Main. Yes, Melbourne, Australia, coming to you live. As I said, what's the other thing I need to tell you? Oh, yeah. Who am I randomly? I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013, and I worked for three major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia. Some of the three are the big boys. Okay, and I help people launch and grow on YouTube and other social media. You know, that's what I've done for many, many years. I did that for Bullion Now, for example, was their first employee, and the lighting is crap again. That'd be right. First employee, launched and grew their YouTube channel. If you know Bullion Now, you know me. If you know me, you know Bullion Now. But I don't work for any bullion dealer now. I just do this week daily live show. 1,421 subscribers, 22 subscribers on YouTube, 3,500 and something followers on X. Join the winning team. Okay, we really are kicking it up a notch. So follow me and subscribe to me. And let's do some shout outs and talk about the stuff of the day. Also, if you would like to continue the conversation after the show, okay, because I only do this for about an hour or so, 5 days a week. I mean, can you get enough of me? No. But if you'd like to continue the conversation, head over to the Telegram channel. So you guys can just chat amongst each other. And I see some lively chat going on there quite a lot. The more members we have, of course, the more lively chat it will be. So that's the first, should be the first comment on the live chat right there. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. He's got the first one in. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Driving up to Ballina. I spent a little bit of time in Ballina, so no commenting for me during the show. Oh no! So don't upset me, Joe. This is the perfect time. Jason. So now I'm going to say all the stuff that you can't come back to. Elon Musk is the greatest businessman in history, and he's completely not corrupt at all. I absolutely agree. Trump is the greatest president that has ever been, and I absolutely believe that totally. Ha ha, sucked in, Jason. You can't comment back because Jason is our wonderful token lefty. Now you can't comment. CT, GMS, CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. Holy crap, I have not seen you for ages, CT. Where have you been, man? What have you been up to? Very quickly, Hazza. Man, everyone is here. You know why? Because it's like gold is up and everyone's feeling like a bit more rah-rah and all that. So you want to know, you want to join the winning team as per usual. Living Adam Man is back. Hope you're feeling well today, Living Adam Man. Lance is here as well. GMS Legends, good to see you, my friend. Living Adam Man, where is my different? Is it Lance or Living Adam Man? I think it's Living Adam Man. Where's my GMS in a different language, please? Come on. CT is back in the house. Yes, exactly right. Here for a short time. Aren't we all here for a short time? Jason Razana is here too. My God, look at all of you people. Yo, GMS. And of course, Chat Mum is here. Tony Peterson. Yep, cool. I can't get through all of these. If you would like me to read out a specific comment, okay, just make sure you do a super chat. I'll get that, and then I'll make sure I read that out. Okay, but it's hard for me to get through all the comments. GMS 11, fantastic, great. So many people watching on YouTube and X. I'll make this very, very brief. Lance is pulling over now in anger. Yeah, he's going like frantically typing. Just very quickly, if anyone remembers, I'm old enough to remember Romper Room. Does anyone remember Romper Room in Australia? I think it may have been a version in the States as well. This is what, just out of interest, I just realized this allegory is Romper Room was a kids show, okay? And back in the day, what they would do at the start of every show, or maybe it was at the end, it was a pre-recorded show, but she would, the person would get, I've forgotten what they got out, but it was like a window or something rather, and she said, I see Sally, I see Dave, I see Stuart, I see Johnny, right? And it's just making up these names because kids are going to have those sort of names. I've just realized that Shoutouts are the adult version, the 2025 adult version of Romper Room when you were a kid. And you were really hoping, do you remember watching Romper Room, like, say Joseph, say Joseph, say Joseph. And if it happens one time, you're like, yeah, he said my name. It's exactly the same thing, the shout outs. Anyway, Mark Florida man, good to see you. Let's get into the day, shall we? The show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Is $3,000 gold it for a bit? We've hit $3,000 USD. Okay, new all-time highs in Australian dollars, new all-time highs in silver and Australian dollars, but gold specifically, 3,000 US dollars for the first time in history. Okay, it's amazing. The question is now, are we getting, as I've been saying for a while, the momentum is starting to wane. Is now that we're in that $3,000 bracket, is it for a bit? So let's take a look at the prices of gold. Oh, I'm going to share this with you as well a little bit later on. I'm going to read that for the first time in front of you. That's from North Star Bad Charts. That's what happens to stock markets in a gold. Actually, I might do that tomorrow. Anyway, let's go back to gold. Here we are. Gold on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 2,987. Okay, so very clearly you can see that spike to $3,003. Now, someone posted a comment just before on one of the forums that I'm in, is that gold actually closed the week apparently above $3,000 on the COMEX futures, I think it may have been. So just give me 1 second. Gold, if I can see it on the COMEX futures. Futures? Let's go there, gold. Futures, COMEX. Okay, gold futures COMEX. Bear with me 1 second. Did it? On the GC1. Gold closed at $3,001. Okay, so so technically it did close on a different index at the above that $3,000 mark. But if we're just using the one we've been normally using, it is right here. It closed technically below at 2,984. So back to the daily, it was that pretty quick spike there. Okay, so and then back down. So what we're looking for is divergence, okay? And by the way, I'm a complete amateur. Well, look, I've been watching charts since like 2010. So I've got maybe a little bit more just experience than, someone who's just getting into investing and all that for the first time. But I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro like your ASX trader, like those kind of pros, right? I'm looking to go back to school to do proper pro trading. But here's what I've noticed about divergences. Okay, so what you're seeing is a move up in the fiat dollar price, so the price number go up, but you're seeing the relative strength index, which is a very popular indicator. I'm actually seeing that go down, so trending down. So that's the first indicator for me, and that's been that for a while. That gold, while it's been going up for a while, okay, so we're talking, if I go to the monthly time frame, since about November of last year, it's basically been up only, okay? After that, and really, I'd say from about October, November, okay? You've had 1, 2, 3, 4 months out of however many months there that have been red months, okay? So since there, sorry, I'm not from there, okay? That's been a really good move, okay? And we're talking from here to here. Now, I'm not saying it's dipping from here. I'm not saying it's 100% done. No, not at all. Okay, but we're up 65%. That's pretty good. Okay, we're above the mother of all trend lines right there, which is good too. Now, I will say when I look at it on a monthly time frame, it's looking very nice and solid and green. Okay, we still do have about 2 weeks until the end of the month. So just showing you again on the daily, and I could be completely wrong. Again, I'm just an amateur, okay? I dollar cost average. I buy when the time is right for me. And that's the best way that you should do it as well. But look, number go up. Oh, this is on the daily time frame. Number go up, okay? Relative strength index go down, okay? Doesn't mean we've found the peak just yet, but what I'm saying is quite possibly, even if we peak a little bit higher, that would still probably be lower or at least flat on the relative strength index. What you would need to see is gold would need to, on the daily time frame, have a much, much higher peak, okay? And the relative strength index would have to peak at least above this level right here. Okay, so let me get rid of that, for example. So what you would need to see, in order to say that it is not a bearish divergence, okay? Let me show you. Let me get rid of all that, and I'll do that. You would need to see, let me show you, price go something like, pick a number. I don't know. You tell me, up and down, but on the daily, at least have a decent peak, and then this needs to creep up and then have the peak above here. Okay, so then you could say, okay, cool, higher high and higher high as well. Now, interestingly though, that would actually continue the trend, but you'd be already getting into extremely overvalued again. So even then, you can say, oh yeah, look, that's not a divergence, but you're already in extremely overvalued again, or overbought on the daily time frame, and you don't spend a lot of time there. So I kind of think regardless, we're due for one soon, and I think you know that too. Again, up 65% from the lows in roughly late 2023. That's pretty darn good. Okay, but my prediction is, get rid of that, and nope, I want you right there. There we go. My prediction is we do see a bearish divergence playing out. That's my humble non-financial advice opinion. So number go up, I think, when we have the final peak, which, by the way, not final peak forever, but a short-term peak, it could be right here. We've spiked up to that $3,000 value. It was a quick spike, okay, and we have closed below it again on this particular index that we're watching. I think more likely than not that we see some lower prices from here. Again, I might be a bit of a broken record on that. I've been wrong before, certainly have, but that momentum is starting to wane. Now, what I've seen in the past, and tell me if you've seen the following. You see when you see quick spikes up, it usually means that just the psychology is like, oh, quick, get in. And then it's a sort of a concentration of buying. And then that steam, this spikes like this start to confirm that the steam is starting to run out. Okay, so because of that, I'm going to say bearish divergence, and I'm expecting a move anywhere from here. And if you take a look, we're in my zone. That's my wrong one. No, it wasn't that one. It was that one. So we're right in my next stop zone. So, and again, it was a large range, okay? And I said that at the very start. I said from $2,900 to $3,200, okay? We're just over 3,000, anywhere between here and here. Again, it's a $300 range. I get it. Such a wide range. I might just end up being right because it's such a wide range, right? But I don't see it above 3,200 before we have a decent move back down, which we have to do, okay? And from around about we're in the middle of this, 3,000 psychological value, higher high, lower high. If we take a look at it on the weekly time frame, let's see, on the weekly, okay, higher high, lower high, and last week we did not close above that level right there, so it's just starting to tick over. Again, could be wrong, could rocket up to $3,200 first, but I think above a 32, you're looking pretty darn peaky for a shorter period of time. Yeah, anyway, that was the long way of saying gold's going to take a dip pretty soon. And $3,000 psychological value, now that we've hit that, it's much more likely to come pretty darn soon, I would say. Okay, so just watch out for there. And doesn't matter anyway, no, because are you dollar cost averaging? Yes. Best way to do it? Yes. But if you're the type of person, you just have that mentality, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for the dip, man. I'm waiting for that dip. Okay, you can play that game. I think from around about here-ish is when we will see a move back down. Now the question is, where do we move back down to? Let's quickly take a look at that. Okay, if we were basing it on the weekly time frame, then I would probably take it from here. And let's assume for the second it's at 3,000 where we are right now. Might not be the case. We could spike higher and then that becomes the high, okay? But let's just base it on now. For example, if we were to turn over now, this becomes a red week and then we're just back down for a bit. You're watching out for the sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? The expected range, okay? And that would be somewhere between here and here, okay? Somewhere between there, and that's between about, that's my previous range, I think, which was 28.10 to around about 27.25. So that is still on the cards. That was this one here. Oh yeah, it's around about there. Okay, it's probably a little bit higher now, okay? So now you're talking, because we've had a slightly higher high, now you're talking a little bit of a wider range. So that's about 28.30 to 27.20. Cool. Let me do that. 28.30 to 27.20 is the expected support range. Currently, if it plays out that this little $3,000 value is the high for a bit and we see a few red wicks, watch out between there and there. That's the current range. That is gold, momentum waning, expect a larger dip for a decent period of time, whether that's a month or two, that's coming, okay? But congratulations to all that is in gold. I mean, you're doing great guns, okay? Us stackers. So that is gold. Let's take a look at silver. Silver on the weekly time frame price in US dollars, $33.80 US cents. We closed the week above $33.50. That is fantastic. Technically, I do have to say that is my final hurdle for new highs soon. Okay, so we close the week above it. I always prefer, obviously, closing months. But the fact that we've closed the week above it, that's a great sign. Okay, so I'm expecting within the next week or two that we are going to break the $35 level. That's the previous recent high. After 35, we're looking at $38.50 as a potential level. And of course, we're rocketing onwards and upwards to $50. That is really very likely doable in 2025. Okay, we're only in March. We've got so much time. So the short answer is I'm expecting $50 by the end of the year. Some of you are expecting even higher by then, but $50 by the end of the year, yeah, that's not a problem. Okay, there, where are we? That's my rectangle. Okay, close, yep, above there. I'm expecting something like that. Ignore the time frame. Okay, I don't know, it might happen up here, but that's very, very doable, okay? And once we get to 50, then I do think, as I've been saying, we'll see some kind of mini top right there. Stupid people will be talking about uninformed people will be talking about a triple top. Okay, the media might come out and say, oh, silver's back at $50 again. It's never been higher than this. It's the third time in history that it's been at $50. You know, is this a triple top? Triple tops aren't a thing. You will have a move back down for a bit and then it will break. Okay, then we're talking triple digit silver eventually and all that. Triple digit silver in US dollar terms in 2025, probably not. $50, yeah, easy. So we're looking great. Of course, if gold does have a dip though, like I think it will, the momentum is waning eventually, silver might follow. But bear in mind, it may not follow as quickly or as violently because, of course, you've got the gold to silver ratio, which we're looking at right now. As this goes up, gold is outperforming silver. As this is going down, silver is outperforming gold. We talked about the fact that we broke out of this range or broke down below this range here. That trend channel right there broke below it. I was expecting it to break and then it did break, and so far, so good, okay? If you are a silver holder, you want this to absolutely tank versus gold, okay? Because that would do two things. Obviously, it would mean that the price of silver is shooting through up in terms of fiat dollar price, but then obviously that means you're way outperforming gold, and you may want to be snapping up a whole bunch of more gold later on down the track. So at the moment, I'm watching for a support level of right about here in this sort of apex, you know, call it this uptrend line, this downtrend line. Maybe it hits here, probably not. Okay, but watch for around about your sort of 84, your 85 kind of level. And as you know, once it starts closing, my subscribers know, once it starts closing below 80.5 on the gold to silver ratio, that confirms for me silver's long-term dominance. And we're talking longer term. We're talking coming back down to this 70 level. That would be the final trapdoor, okay? Once that's tested and broken through, then you're heading down to your 50, okay? Imagine buying silver here at around about 88 and swapping a bunch of your silver for gold at around about the 50 level, okay? That's just at the bottom end of the normal range. That's let alone getting into the outlying zone for silver, okay, which it does over time. There are periods where silver massively outperforms gold and it gets into the outlying range. This is the normal range-ish, kind of like your 70 to 50. And your new normal is kind of like your 80 to 60 kind of area. But imagine coming back even down to here to that 50 level and just swapping a bunch of silver for gold. You've got more gold in your hands, okay? Silver is the play at the moment between the two. Okay, in my humble, non-financial advice opinion, that is the gold to silver ratio. I did that before I got to platinum. Platinum on the daily time frame. Wow, $994, okay, per platinum ounce. We are still within, and we closed the week within the cautiously optimistic zone. So that's cautiously excited zone. So that's good to see. So this is, that is platinum on the weekly now, right here. Let me get rid of the relative strength index for a second so you can see that. So platinum on the weekly, it has closed in my cautiously excited zone. Great to see. We're out of the depressed zone. We're out of the cautiously optimistic zone. We're now in cautiously excited. Fantastic. I'll just be very cautious on it, of course, because platinum does it to me every single time. What we want to see is a bounce off here and then a move up like a Nike swoop. Okay, that's what I want to see right there. And once we get into my excited zone, then we will talk Turkey, but it's got to clear bare minimum around about $1,010 for me to start to get excited for platinum. Could be the move, but it's very positive to see it back above this downtrend line in the cautiously excited zone. Good move, okay? Many of you are very positive for platinum over the longer term. I am as well. If the gold and silver go up, platinum will probably follow, and there might come a point where platinum really starts to outperform gold and silver. Generally, gold will go up first, silver then follows, then you see the gold to silver ratio drop, and then platinum probably has its time after those two have had their time in the sun, okay? Platinum is highly undervalued, historically undervalued against gold and silver, but you might be waiting a while. It's not probably time to get into platinum to play it against silver and gold. Run the gold wave, run the silver wave, and then, go to its, I was going to say something really bad. Go to its cousin later on down the track. Platinum will be an amazing play versus the other precious metals eventually. But if you want to buy some platinum now, just have it in the back pocket. Sure. I personally am not getting back into platinum until bare minimum. Until bare minimum we get into the excited zone, but I need to see the confirmation that we are moving onwards and upwards. And as you know, that's anywhere above $1,115 close any month above that, then we'll talk, okay, go, bull time. Okay, that's when it would be really highly outperforming gold and silver, I think. Okay, platinum is a great metal though, and you should look into it. That's all the precious metals. Let's get to some comments, and then we'll do crypto, Bitcoin, some bunch of altcoins. Give me some love. Give me a subscribe. Give me a follow. But also give me some suggestions. Do you have a chart request? Post a comment in the chats right now. You have a live chat on YouTube. You have a live chat on X as well. A lot of people watching on X don't realize you can actually participate in the live chat. It depends what you're watching on. If you're watching on the phone, I think you can. I think you're watching on desktop, you can do it as well. But I do every now and then. Some people, oh yeah, I can live chat on X as well. So I'll get those comments in too. Let's get to some comments. Let me go back. Once again, if you have something you really want me to see, use a super chat. It also helps out the show as well. I had an amazing super chat from, and I think they're actually back in the show today. Yeah, Rhyme Time. Thank you again. I think you saw my thank you the other day, but thank you again for that amazing super chat a couple of shows ago. Thanks, Rhyme Time. Appreciate it. Oh, Gerald Draper is in the house too. Great to see you, dude. Let's see. Still plenty of time for research and analysis. All these cool tokens. Now we're talking crypto. All these cool tokens with purpose, as more information of banks rolling out with their own digital stable coins. Gerald loves the precious metals, loves platinum in particular, and loves his crypto too. And I'm marrying these two worlds. Again, I've been in crypto for a long time. I'm one of the total OGs. Not 2009 level though. Okay. Let's see. Pete Repeat says, they say only 0.5% of the world is into precious metals. Does anyone know the crypto figures? Oh, that's a good question. Great. I'm going asked and answered. I'm going to ask Grok. What percentage of world population is investing in crypto? All right, you're going to get an answer. Stop vibrating. Let's see. I assume what percent of the world is investing in crypto? Yes. Let's see. Estimating the percentage, blah, blah, blah. These figures give me the end. Oh, interesting. Given that the current data and considering the growth trends observed in recent years, a reasonable estimate is that approximately, this is a big number, really, 7.5% of the world population is investing in cryptocurrency as of now. Okay. Let's see. As of mid-2024, reports like the one from AAA, AAA in the States, they're pretty big, estimate that around 500,000 people globally own digital currencies. So equating to about 6.8%. So yeah, it's about 6-7% versus, all right, now, okay. Same question for Okay, for combo of physical, I'm going to say physical. Yeah, isn't this amazing? You're watching me type on a screen that you can't see, but I'm asking Grok, physical gold and silver. Same question on physical gold and silver. Okay, what percentage of the world is buying physical gold and silver? Now, India will really probably, skew that. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's giving me a long thing here. These numbers are rough, yeah. So ownership, because ownership isn't evenly spread. Wealth, access, cultural attitudes. India's gold affinity versus silver's industrial skew distort the picture. Crypto's 7.5% adoption rate dwarfs both, suggesting physical precious metals remain niche. So as of now, about 2 to 3% of the world's population likely invests in physical gold, and 3 to 5%, so higher, in silver, with overlap between the two. Interesting. They're saying very clearly here, the data is patchy, but that's the best ballpark on what's out there. And that's based on, what's it based on? World Gold Council stuff. So it's probably a bit of a ballpark there, but there you go. So about 6-7% crypto, 3 to 4% gold and silver. So more crypto than gold. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Wait till that flips, which it will. Okay. It will, because it does that. It does that. And it'll flip probably very in a big way. Could be starting to flip right now. Again, because the crypto market could be done. Bitcoin could be finished for this cycle. And you will really see that flip into precious metals, in particular because of the capital rotation from the stock market. We all know where precious metals is going in. Precious metals are going in the next 3 to 5 years, 10 years. And there's these little things along the way, like crypto has its little peak and stuff, and that will be the flavor of the cycle, the flavor of the year, and then it will rotate into precious metals. I guarantee you of that. Let's see. G'day, all, says Stuart D. Good to see you, my friend. Rhyme time. I'm totally fine with the pullback, but with the global financial system teetering on the edge, I think anything could happen. Yeah, recession is probably coming. Okay. Yes, it is, Tony. It is getting up to that $56 level. Agree, guys, 100%. In my opinion, these fiat currencies are literally failing now. So things could shoot up. The fear trade is not even here yet. Yeah, not even in that kind of panic. That's exactly right. Interesting to see how the financial system reset will pan out, says Tony Peterson. The old great reset. Hey, you never know. You never know. Gosh, silver is so cheap. So is platinum. It's insane, really. Yeah, it does feel really cheap, doesn't it? Let's see. Living out of man, does UK still have the 20% VAT on silver? Yes, they do. Do you refund the 20% when you sell? No. You don't get the refund of the VAT. Just like you don't if you buy gold sovereigns here in Australia that come with GST. If you sell them, you don't get the GST. I mean, you can sell them for whatever amount that you want. You can sell them privately and recoup that extra 10%, sure, because people are probably willing to pay that extra 10%, because if they're going to a bullion dealer, they've got to pay that 10% anyway. But yeah, you may not. It's only if you leave the country. And I did say I would do a special episode on GST, on tax, goods and services tax arbitrage for travel. Didn't I say that? I will contact the person who I want to speak to you about that, and we might get them on the show. Let's see. Comments. Yeah, I'm going to. There's so many comments, and we're so busy now. It's getting so hard to read all the comments. Okay, we're going to get into the crypto side of things just for brevity. And of course, I was reading that thing there. What I'd love you to do, first off, people, could you please buy from Perth Bullion Exchange? perthbullion.com.au, literally the best bullion dealer in all of Australia. I'm not joking when I tell you that. Yes, they are my brand sponsor, one of my brand sponsors, but that's because I wanted to work with them. Before they were a brand sponsor, we were already chatting. I've been helping Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange, launch and grow on YouTube. They have an amazing YouTube channel. If I could, yeah, I'm going to show you. Give me 1 second. You're going to see the YouTube channel and what I've been able to do to help them. There's a plug for them. It's also a plug for me at the same time. I'm going to do that. Let me do that, and I will do that. Let me share the screen. This is their amazing YouTube channel, okay? Go to YouTube, type in Perth Bullion Exchange, okay? Creating amazing videos. So I'm teaching Ricky how to create consistently engaging content. You know, I did it for Bullion Now's channel. I launched and grew their YouTube channel. And when I left the company, they had nearly 20,000 followers. I did all of that. Me, baby, okay, with my direction, and you know, obviously everyone in the things and everyone helping out, but I was the driver of all of that. Okay, I'm helping Ricky do it himself on Perth Bullion Exchange. Nearly 1,000 followers now. Okay, started the YouTube channel in just halfway through last year. Okay, around about May, June last year, started the company. Nearly 1,000 subscribers right now. Why? Creating consistently engaging content, unboxing videos, the educational videos. Look at this one where he talked about his opinion on Trump and tariffs and the Aussie gold and silver prices. That's organic views. 1,000 subscribers, but nearly 2,500 views. That's great for a channel. Okay, when you get more views than the number of your subscribers, you're doing well. Okay, the algorithm's picking you up. All the amazing unboxings, all this 1,000 views there. It's just great. Okay, so give them a follow. Okay, so doing absolutely great guns. You should be buying from them. perthbullion.com.au, the only company that gives you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. The only company that gives you a price match promise if you can find it cheaper at a competitor. Terms and conditions apply. And the only company, I think, which they came out and said, hey, we're taking custom orders as well. Is there something on that we don't have that you want us to get? Within reason, it's got to buy certain in bulk, not just one little coin or something. They're taking custom gold and silver orders as well. Come on, man. perthbullion.com.au. And speaking of gold, if you want to save and invest in real physical gold, download the Wealthstack app, wealthstack.com. Download it for Android or iPhone. One of the greatest ways to save and invest in real physical gold in a smaller way. Maybe you don't have enough money to be able to buy even 1 gram of gold. Now, that's not poo-pooing you because you don't have enough money to buy, you don't have enough spare cash. That's fine. You know, a gram of gold at the moment, we're talking, what's a gram of gold at the moment? It's probably nearly $200? Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go back here. 1 gram. I'm going to go back to Perth Bullion Exchange. 1 grammers are their buybacks. Okay, so brand new, 1 gram Royal Mint Britannia. Okay, so nearly 200. So they're 180 Australian dollars. Some people don't have just 180 Australian dollars to do it straight away. Maybe you need to save and invest in a smaller amount. Can you afford $10 a week? Great. Download the Wealthstack app. Wealthstack.com, Australian owned, operated and regulated company. Backed 1-to-1 with real physical metal. They don't deal in paper contracts and ETFs and all that junk. You buy gold on Wealthstack, they have gold backing it up. Okay, and you're only buying it for spot plus 1%, and you can buy a minimum of $10 of gold. Okay, so you don't have to buy a whole gram. Buy $10 of gold once a week. Tell your friends and family to save and invest in real physical gold with the Wealthstack app. Okay, wealthstack.com. Just tell them to go there, wealthstack.com. Go down to the frequently asked questions page down in the bottom left-hand corner. Read the frequently asked questions. You'll be enamored and you'll want to sign up for free. So do that, wealthstack.com. Cool. Let's go to Bitcoin. Get your chart requests in. Once again, as I said, if you want me to take a look at anything, I'll take a look at a stock, a crypto, an indices, a ratio, whatever it is you want me to take a look at, I will attempt to take a look at it today for the first time as well. And use my completely amateur, not so amateur, but I'll use my sort of first look skills to give you my first look opinion. Let's see. That's the index, and that is the Bitstamp price, which is the one I want. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Ooh, in USD, $82,000 roughly. Okay, let's go down to the daily actually. All right, here's the daily. The short answer is we don't know, okay? Oh, I should say the short answer is I don't know. You do have that potential bullish divergence playing out, although is it matching up with the on balance volume at the same time? No, it's not, okay? So could be done here, as we said, but watch out here. You've got that daily spike here. You've got that and that. So we've been talking about it. So a potential bullish divergence. Okay, so lower low on the daily time frame, spike, lower low, but then higher low on the relative strength index. But it hasn't been confirming it with the on balance volume. Okay, so you can't say that's real. It's like you've got a couple of, as someone else would say, you've got a blinker on, but not all the blinkers are on just yet because that's a lower low at the same time. Okay, so short answer is with Bitcoin. I don't know. Some people are completely bearish, some people are completely bullish, and there's all the other opinions in between. It is in no man's land at the moment. Obviously, if you start breaking below there, probably good night, Irene, because that would be a failed bullish divergence setup. You start doing that, ooh, yeah, bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. Okay, not great, but what we want to see very quickly is, I would say you would want to hold 80,000 roughly. Let's hold 80, okay, and then you need to see that quick, smart, start closing above $95,000 right there, back above this major uptrend line, start doing that. Really good for Bitcoin, okay? That would almost basically signal full-on 2025 peak, okay, and the peak hasn't been done yet. So far, quite possibly done, and many indicators, according to many different people, are screaming that it might be done here. So you really got to take that into account, okay? Do that, great. Not do that and do that, bad news bears, okay? That is Bitcoin. So I don't know, but watch out. Look, potential bullish divergence. Did I say bearish before? I meant bullish. If I said bearish, bullish divergence. Lower low, higher low on the RSI, potential bullish. Okay, but not everything's lining up just yet. Cool. Let's take a look at others. The altcoin market. Then I'll take a quick look at a few mini ones, a few individuals, and give me your chart requests because I think I'll have time to do a chart request on anything. Post a comment below. Any sector, any whatever it is. If it's chartable, I'll take a look at it. Here is the others chart. Okay, so this is, let me get rid of a couple of things here. I'll get rid of you too. Right. So this is the others chart, meaning the altcoin market minus the top 10. I did say, watch out for 230 billion. Okay, so once again, in sort of a no man's land, we are not below this uptrend line, which we had to spike down to. So we're above around about 210 billion. Okay, cool. I did say, watch out for a move up to 230 billion, but we needed to close it. Okay, what did we do? And here's the thing, we have not started the new week yet. Okay, the new week starts for crypto in 49 minutes. Okay, unfortunately, what we've seen, and it was looking positive, but it looks like it might be a fake out here. Okay, very clearly, we had a close. Now, this is interesting. We closed yesterday above 230 billion, but it was a daily close, okay? And we talk about the weekly closes and the monthly closes being much more important. Daily spikes don't mean much at all. Some people do. For day trading, yeah, sure, okay? You're looking at the 4 hour, the 1 hour, maybe the daily is your max, okay? But for your longer term traders like you and me, it's the weekly and the monthlies. So we saw a failed move to sustain 230 billion, fast move to the downside. What it does from here, I don't know again, and neither do you. You need it to see it hold here roughly. Cool, so that where we are right about now, that needs to hold. If I were to use, and not if I were to, I will. I will do it right now. Let's use Fibonacci from this low and this high. Have we gone into what would be called the zag zone or the zig zone, whatever it is, into that general zone? Yes, we have. Okay, so we have hit that. Let's see. That is that area between the 0.382 and the 0.78 and the 0.618. Excuse me. All right. I don't like a lot of silence in the thing. Like radio, you don't want to have all that silence. Right there. So we have hit the top end. Okay, what you don't want to see is that broken. So you don't want to see $213 billion broken. Okay, what you want to see preferably is what you want to see is a bounce from here or another bounce into the 500 level, the 0.5, bare like maximum down into there. That would really be faking you out there. But if you break down and ignore that squiggle, that was terrible. You got to get back above this downtrend line. Cool. Then we'll talk Turkey and the ultimate confirmation, as I've been saying, pretty ultimate confirmation, very, very bullish, would be looking at a break of 280 billion. That would be a change probably back into bullish market structure, and then you'd be looking really good. Okay. You'd have to watch out for the final hurdle, which for me was around about that 330 billion. That's because I've got all my indicators off. Do I? Yeah, ignore all that. Okay, around about 330 billion, that's your big level. Okay, nowhere near it. Is it going to happen? No idea. Nowhere near it yet. We're way below everywhere we need to be. So yeah, I would say on balance of probability, let me put it another way. I'm feeling bearish for crypto. I'm feeling quite bearish. Okay, I still have one of my trades in, as I've been speaking about. It's currently underwater. I may have to cut it very soon. I'm not willing to cut it just yet, just in case. Okay, but I'm feeling bearish. And because I'm feeling bearish, I need to watch my emotions and I need to go, ooh, is that a counter trade? Do I need to be a contrarian of my own emotions? I'm feeling bearish. Okay, I'm definitely not feeling bullish. So because I'm feeling quite bearish, that means the lows could be in. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, got to remain above that $215 billion range for the altcoin market. Individual cryptos doesn't really matter too much because the general crypto market is down, but out of interest, ACH, Alchemy Pay, one of my favorites. I will get back into Alchemy Pay when the price moves accordingly, and that's closing anywhere above 4 cents. Then I will be really highly probably back into it. Okay, high likelihood I'm back into it after 4 cents, closing a week or a monthly time frame above 4 cents right there. Nowhere near it at the moment. Potentially heading back down below 2 cents, and as I've said a million times before recently, you must stay above here, or if you spike below, it can be, that's fine, have a quick fake out, a liquidity grab, and then back into this general area here in order to be any kind of confident that crypto has got life still. Okay, so that's your main level to watch out for, that uptrend line. Call it the 2 cent area. You crack below and keep remaining below 2 cents for a decent period of time. Bad news bears for probably, and that means bad news bears for probably general crypto, but for ACH in particular. Okay, get above 3 cents, I'll get interested. Getting above 4 cents, back in, baby. That is that. Let's take a look at GRT. The graph is another one which I will be back in when we do it. Very similar thing. Here's my problem though. Ooh, the graph, GRT. We are about to close the week below this downtrend line. That's not great. Okay, I don't like that. And it could even potentially close red for the week as well. Again, you can have fake outs on the longer periods of time, sure, okay? But I have to see it close back above this uptrend line, wherever that is. To call it that, it's your 10 cent mark, all right? It's got to close and hold above 10 cents for a decent period of time to say, oh, low could be in, okay? It's got to do that, okay? And of course, I should say, for me, the bullish change of market structure is at 15 cents. So if you were more a conservative person, you go like, yeah, I could take the risk and buy the low down here. No, I'm going to wait for a better signs. It's above 15 cents, okay? It's above there, and really you would kind of want to say above this uptrend line, really. So if you want to say above 16, 17 cents, you could, but this will be pretty good because you've got resistance here, major support here, and then some resistance here. So you could call it probably 15 cents if you want to call it 16, 17 cents around that uptrend line. You creep up back above there. Great, looking fantastic. Okay, the ultimate confirmation would be above this major downtrend line. Okay, you do that. chef's kiss for GRT. That's almost double. Well, that's double the price that it is now. Are you willing to wait for a doubling of the price? You miss a doubling of your investment, but to be absolutely confirmed that it's crypto for at least a decent period in 2025. That might be the best plan, right? Do you want to take a chance and buy down here, and then we do this? Yeah, you don't want to take that chance. So I'm not in GRT. I'm not in any crypto at the moment except for that one that I did tell you about, which is Pengu, but I won't show you the price because I couldn't be bothered. And it's making me sad. So that is GRT, the graph. Not considering getting back in until at least 15 cents. Let's take a look at XRP quickly, $2.30. The head and shoulders pattern has not confirmed playing out just yet. We did, and we probably will, again, 40 something minutes until the start of the new week, unless we have a quick spike down in the next hour. It looks like we're going to close the week above the neckline. Okay, right there, you call that the neckline. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, that's the neckline. We had a spike down, but a close above on the week, so that's good. Okay, but if we tick over, we start closing any week below that $2.10 mark, that would be a break of the neckline and a confirmation of that, and then you would see a fast move to the downside, and I'm watching for $1.30 into the best buy zone. Now, I might need to change that and not call it the best buy zone anymore because crypto could be done, right? So that wouldn't be a best buy zone, but it's if you believe that crypto is going to continue, if you're really damn confident that this is just a blip along the way, then yeah, that would be the best risk to reward, anywhere between $1.70 to $1.30. I'm favoring $1.30, okay? If that is a confirmed head and shoulders pattern, that would come down to probably there. Cool. That is XRP, so nothing's confirmed for continued bull, okay? Let's see, that is that one. And if I do a good old Dex screener, and get your comments in right now, get your chart requests in right now. This is the last crypto that I will take a quick look at, and then I'm going to take a look at something that you want to see and let me know what that is right now, whether it's a stock, a crypto, a ratio, whatever it is. I want to know about it. Man, I've got a lot of stuff going on here. Give me one moment. Ooh, look at that stochastic RSI. That is turning down. We didn't turn up. Ouch. Okie dokie, let me take a look here. I will get rid of all of that and we'll do that. All right, and you're going to get a quick little, excuse me, I'm making a quick little video on this. All right, I'll take an excerpt. All right, an excerpt. Screw you. Here we go. Let's take a look at TOSHI on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go to the daily price in US dollars, 0.0003786. We're actually, out of interest, we're actually still above this downtrend line. So that's not a bad thing. But we had that big move recently, that 40% move over the space of about 36 hours. Back above this uptrend line right here. It was a failed move to hold. Okay, so failed move. Oftentimes from a failed move is a fast move in the opposite direction. So far, we are still within this range right here. So we are still within a I don't know yet range. That's what I would call it. If you break down below this downtrend line right here, call that at around about, whatever it is, around about now, 0.00036 roughly. If you start doing that, not good, and we would probably head down further. This would become, instead of support, this would become resistance. Might cheat you, or as in fake you out, and then probably heading down further. Okay, so on balance of probability, I'm going to remain neutral, I guess, for TOSHI at the moment while we're in that range. If we break down below, watch out for 0.00022 is a potential support area. And obviously for TOSHI, we need to get bare minimum back above 0.0006, clear 0.0007. That's a really good sign, and game on is after 0.0009. We're nowhere near there yet. I am not back in TOSHI. I love my TOSHI fam, my TOSHI community. You guys have been incredibly supportive of my videos whenever I do technical analysis like this. So please keep it coming and leave a comment below if you are still in Toshi, you're buying the dips potentially because you're that like rah, 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 go, go, go time. Good on you. Let me know also if you have taken profits because you should be taking profits along the way. I did along the way. I got a little bit of a profit there in Toshi and I'm out waiting to get back in. Just like general crypto, I'm waiting to get back in as well. Yeah, but bare minimum, clear there, please, and then do that. Clear there, and then we'll start talking much more likely, higher prices from here, but we're not there at the moment. But love the Toshi fam. Let me know if you are still in. That's Toshi. Let's do some comments and queries, and I'll take some chart requests right now on the live stream. You are watching Good Morning Stackers. Comments and whatnot. I'm going to go right down to the bottom. Nakas O'Reilly says, we need more people to join the Telegram chat. Yes, speaking of the Telegram chat, if you would like to join the Telegram chat, you can chat amongst each other after the show, 24/7, wherever you are in the world. So go there. Go to the, I'll put it in a pinned comment as well. But this is part of the live chat. So if you're watching live right now, go to the very first comment on YouTube on the live chat, click on that link and that'll take you to the Telegram channel where you can continue the conversation. Let's see. Comments. I'm looking for chart requests. Pete Repeat says, I was thinking about going into PLT for my self-managed super fund, steering away from more gold, ? Platinum, you must be talking about platinum. Is that what you're talking about? So you're thinking about going into more platinum for your self-managed super fund, which is your 401k here in Australia. Thoughts? I would be playing, as I said in that thing about platinum before, I'd be playing the gold to silver thing first, and it'll probably be very clear once gold and silver are in their peaks, and just watch the ratio of the platinum to everything else. Again, historically low, but I don't think it's time for platinum yet to get mainly into platinum. I could be wrong on that. Of course, and nothing I say is financial advice. Let's see. No value get. Stuart D says, silver is my go-to. Love watching to understand more and more every day. Appreciate the live. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe and follow and support the show by doing a few things. Either support the show by buying from these guys, Perth Bullion Exchange, or buying, saving, investing in real physical gold in a smaller amounts with Wealthstack, the wealthstack.com app. And also send me super chats. That also helps support the show too, so I can keep doing what I'm doing. I presume VAT is paid every time that ounces change hands. Not if privately, I would imagine. Rhyme Time says, I'm heavily into platinum, but I don't trade, I invest. Exactly right. Comments. I'll go down to the bottom to see if there are any chart requests. Okay, someone might be, someone's asking for PFE. Okay, if there are any, let's see, any earlier requests. I don't think so. I think it's going to be the one. US Steel is a bad word. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know that. Neil said, in 2020, I lost my company due to that thing. Government, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Neil. I didn't realize you lost your company due to all the lockdowns and everything. I imagine that would be why. Man, I'm so sorry, dude. Bloody, yes, I am the best. Thank you. Joe is the best. Thanks, CT. I'm so sorry to hear that, Neil. Yeah, completely unnecessary, overblown reaction to the old C19. All right, looks like we have a... Yes, I know. Oh, yeah. No, you didn't send another. You did not send another super chat. Did you send another super chat? Hang on a second. I thought you were saying I missed your super chat from last week, which I did on the day, and then I caught it. Did I? Have you? Sorry, give me 1 sec. Sorry. If someone's sending me money, I'm going to check it. Oh, you did, bro. Thanks, man. Super chat. Dude, there's 2 people here from literally the same zip code in Texas. That is crazy. There's two people from the same zip code, the same postcode, suburb, on a random Aussies Australian channel. Is that you and CT? That's so cool. And thank you for the super chat once again. Okay, thank you, my friend. Love your work. I appreciate it so much, and it helps the show. And you, the coolest, man. You're now my favorite. I thought Chat Mum was my favorite. No, Chat Mum is still my favorite. I love you, Chat Mum. But you know, basically, you become my new favorite if you give me more money. That's how it works. I'm just kidding. I love all of you equally, like my own children. Thank you, Rhyme Time UK, for that awesome super chat. I appreciate it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try, as I said this the last couple of weeks ago, couple of shows ago, I'm trying to get the more interactive live show thing where you've got the overlay, and then you can see the chats coming down on the side, and then when the super chat comes up, I've got to work out how to do that. You know, see many other live chats that like Yankee stacking and stuff, and then you see it come up straight away because I'm watching the screen, rather than having to troll through the super chats because it doesn't come up automatically. So thank you for that. I appreciate it, and that's my impetus to really get that kind of overlay screens where I can, you know, really get to the super chats straight away. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, and we're going to get to. Let's see. This one. So, Michael Anthony. G'day, Michael Anthony. I think you're a new YouTube subscriber, are you? I have never seen you on the show before. Michael Anthony. PFE has a price to earnings ratio that dropped from 31 to 18, which revenues and earnings with, I think it means with, revenues and earnings climbing each quarter. Wow. On new drugs, FDA approved with a 43-cent dividend. We'll end the year at he's making a big prediction here. We'll end the year at $35 to $45 with upgrades to $32. All right, I'm going to take a look at this. Let's have a look. PFE. Give me a moment, and I will just check the screen here. PFE. I'm going to assume. Oh, you're talking about Pfizer. Do you mean Pfizer? Ooh, God, do I want to do that? Okay. All right. I think you mean Pfizer. Oh, really? I don't know about that, man. Let's have a look. Oh, I feel dirty. Oh, I feel gross. Okay, give me a sec. You mean Pfizer. I'm pretty sure you mean Pfizer. New earnings, new drugs. Yeah, you mean Pfizer. All right, cool. I'm going to do it anyway. Let's take a look. Let me start that again. Let's take a look at Pfizer. Okay, I've had a chart request for Pfizer. Why not? But I will take a look at it right now. Obviously, know who Pfizer is. Now, does that mean you shouldn't invest in them? No, of course not. If it's a company that you align with and all that kind of stuff, sure. We're going to take a look at it from a purely technical perspective, maybe a little bit of fundamentals right here, because Michael Anthony has said PFE, Pfizer, I'm assuming, has a price earnings ratio drop from 39 to 18 with revenues and earnings climbing each quarter, on new drugs FDA approved with a 43-cent dividend. Now, Michael Anthony believes we'll end the year at $35 to $45 with upgrades to $32. Okay, I'm going to double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. All right, let's share the screen. We're going to take a look at Pfizer. All right, this is on the quarterly time frame, priced in US dollars, $25.72 US cents. What am I noticing? Okay, I'm literally taking a first look at Pfizer. Should I have ever looked at it previously? Yeah, maybe. Imagine buying Pfizer. Now, stupid me, right? Imagine buying Pfizer in 2020. Okay? Gee, what happened in March of 2020? Imagine that. So you could have, during that time, buying Pfizer would have gotten you a 130% return. Good. Okay, good on you. Congratulations if you profited from Pfizer. Pfizer certainly profited themselves. But then what we would have noticed would have been a big, massive bearish divergence. And I'm looking at this for the first time. I'm just looking for the differences in the fiat dollar price and the differences in the relative strength index, for example. So very clearly, many people back here would have gone, wow, that's a higher high. So it's made a new all-time high. So we had a high back here in $48. That was in, see, this is an interesting thing, right? This is going back to 1998. So in 1998, it had its previous all-time high at around about 50 US dollars. Then you had this massive move all the way down to, the GFC 2008, 2009 of like $10. Then a massive run like many other stocks did after, the GFC. Huge move in the stock market. There was actually roughly coinciding as well with gold going down, and tanking. So stocks massively outperforming gold between about 2011 to around about now, Then you had that move up to, and I wonder if that was the 0.786. I bet it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You had a move up to, let me get rid of that, up to $44, That had gone into the top end of the normal range of the relative strength index. And then we had that move down in COVID. We had a spike down. Everything went down. But then, of course, vaccine, if you can call it that. And then that massive move, to $60 roughly. However, higher high on the fiat dollar price. This is the 1998 to 2022. And out of interest, it took from a date range, it took from the peak, yowza, so that's 8,200. I don't think you can see this calculator right here. 365. It took 22 and a half years. No, sorry. Let me go back. Apologies. No, it did. Basically 22 years. Yep. 22 years roughly to get back to the previous all-time high. If you bought Pfizer back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and you didn't sell out, man, you've been just underwater that entire time. And the fact that we posted a new high because of a black swan event that the population couldn't have foreseen, that's not a real higher high, We didn't even get up to the 1.618. We didn't even get to the 1.618 Fibonacci extension before a massive move back down, on Pfizer. And again, higher high, great, higher high on the weekly, lower high on the relative strength index, forming a giant effing bearish divergence, And obviously the smart people, I wish I had have seen this and known more about bullish and bearish divergences and all that kind of stuff back then, because I would have seen this and very likely gone, oh, holy crap. Now I would have seen, if I had been watching it closely and had been watching it for, a bit after that peak, I would have gone, oh, now it's posting lower highs. Oh no, why are they not buying up in these areas now? Oh, now we're broken down. This is not great for Pfizer. If this is the one you were talking about, and I assume it has to be, Anthony, what your last name was, I've forgotten, Michael Anthony, I don't see it being bullish from here. I could be completely wrong though. Yeah, you can have a turnaround, but it's not looking great. But I guess the question has to be asked, are we now in a bottom for Pfizer? Okay, sure, let's ask that question. So this is the monthly time frame. Again, you can see it very clearly on the monthly, big peak there, big peak there. You can see it on the shorter term, for example, where on the monthly, higher high, and then a flattening out there as well. So that was a second signal on the weekly time frame, the big one, that one, and then on the more micro monthly time frame, flattening out there, very clear sign of a bearish divergence. And then you saw the trades go accordingly. Back down to $25. Now, I will say, we have hit the bottom end of the relative strength index. So you have gone not technically into extremely oversold, but you have hit the bottom, of the normal range. That doesn't mean it's onwards and upwards from here. You can easily tick over and spend lots of time in the extremely oversold area. I'm not going to give you my prediction on that just yet. Is there something else that's saying maybe a bullish divergence is coming? We've had a decent move down. Okay, yeah, decent move down. And as Michael Anthony has said in the comment, their PE ratio has dropped. They've got more earnings coming in, apparently. Okay, so he thinks he sees a rise here, but what would say that could be the case? So I guess if you look here on the weekly time frame, you could say that's a price range. Joe, what are you doing? You could say that is a lower low on the weekly, and you could say that this is, well, because, no, it's not. Oh, yes, hang on. There and there. My apologies. There and there. If we take a look at that spike. So from there to there, lower low, and from same area there, that is a higher low. Okay, so potential bullish divergence. That would have to play out pretty darn quickly, and you don't want to see it break right there. You break that $24.50 area and close below it, that's not great. Okay, then that's probably going to see lower prices. Okay, but you think 35 to 45 by the end of this year, I think you were saying. Excuse me. So we're talking up in here. Yeah, okay. You could have a potential bullish divergence here, and it plays out, and that would actually coincide with you call it a W right there. We have a coming off a massive high, right? Then you have a period of consolidation, which it could be. You have that test, then that, and then that, which would actually take it up to about your $35 level. So that's your W, okay, where you do that. So yeah, doable, okay? There's actually people who are believing that they're making the cases that the stock market in general could have one more final run this year before the big turnover, okay? So yeah, it is doable. I would say in the longer term though, and I know you were only talking shorter term there, Michael, but in the longer term, you're probably going to find resistance, I imagine. And I'm personally bearish for the stock market starting sometime in 2025, 2020, early 2026. Where that starts from, I don't know. It could be now, okay? You just could be really weary of closing below there, and then it's like, good night, Irene. Bye-bye, okay? But with these earnings coming out, like you're saying, yeah, maybe you could have a short-term push up to that 35 to 45 area. I would suggest, yeah, I think I see what you're saying, because you're saying it might match up with about here, which is previous resistance. Sure, yep, you could. So short answer is yes, you could. Somewhere between there and there, yeah. But once we get to there, I'd be really cautious. You would not be wanting to get into Pfizer for a longer term hold until it bare minimum probably closes over that $45 mark right there. You start doing that, okay, sure. You can have a relief rally from here though, and it ticks down, okay? So just bear all that in mind. But you could be right on the shorter term for this year, Michael Anthony. But Pfizer, it's not something I would personally get into. I think just from a fundamental perspective, even though, look, if it's looking great, there's so many other stocks out there that I could go, well, that's looking much better than, it might be, look, I could get a similar return. Would I choose Pfizer over something else that could give me a similar return? No, Pfizer can go fuck itself. That's the short answer. But yes, I appreciate the first look. And thank you for that, Michael Anthony, I think it was. I appreciate that, mate. You could be correct in terms of its shorter term price movement. Final comments, and then we shall get out of here because I've got stuff to do and I'm getting messaged by the missus. Give me 1 second. What's the missus saying? Oh, she's just sending me car video of my 4-year-old. Good. I'll check that out later. Final comments and questions or queries, and we shall get out of here. Living Adam Man says, what? Sucks when you lose your tabs. Who's misbehaving on? Is someone misbehaving on the private chat? What's going on? I don't know what you're talking about, but that's okay. Let's go back. Final comments, and I'm not going to be able to get to all of your comments. I really apologize. We've got so many people watching. And I will set up a system where I can see the super chats come up straight away. I'm going to work on that overlay thing. I'm going to start to make it a little bit more fancy. Let's see what I can do over the next weekend. Oh, heads up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. In a couple of days' time, I'm going to be trying something live on the show for the very first time, something I've never done before in my entire life. Not even one single time ever have I ever tried something that many, many people in the world do every single day. I'm going to try it for the very first time live on the show, and I'm going to live stream my reaction to it. That's all I'm going to say. And that kind of ties into being productive. It ties into being productive and like getting stuff done. What could I be talking about? You'll have to find out. Probably, it won't be tomorrow morning. It'll probably be Wednesday morning. Let's see. I was the first. You were the first South Carolinian on this channel. Yes, you were. Good to see other support. Oh, we got another South Carolinian here as well. Let's see. See y'all, says Mark Florida. See you, my friend. Yeah, don't have time for all of this stuff. You've got to run. See you, Rhyme Time. See you next time, my friend. Yeah, everyone's leaving. Not everyone's leaving. Let's see. Having Telegram open. Oh, right. So you've got Telegram open whilst on the chat, a private chat within the chat. We should do that. I actually don't have it up. Let's not do too many levels of inception at the one time, but head over to the Telegram channel now, everybody, because we're about to finish the show, and you can continue the conversation there right now. Whether you're watching on X, head over to the Telegram channel, or whether you're watching on YouTube live right now, head over to the Telegram channel. I am going to... Joe's new website coming? No. Oh, super chat. Sorry. Okay, is that what you meant? An SC. I thought you meant from... Yep, cool. All right. That is it, my party people. You have been watching Good Morning Stackers. A little bit croaky because I had a gig over the weekend. I'll show you that footage tomorrow. It was a really great gig for St. Patrick's Day. P.S. Far out. Really? Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. If you're in Australia or in a time zone where it's Monday, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. That is not Guinness. Although I did a St. Patrick's Day gig on Saturday. It was a lot of fun with my U2 tribute show. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Grab your tasty beverages because we are going to do the final synchronized slurp, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. You have been watching
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronize.
In
slurp.
3,
Now
2,
we're
1.
on the
St.
move.
Paddy's Day synchronized slurp.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Ooh, extra slurpy. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.